Hello again. This video is all about the alchemy of soap making, in particular with natural colorants and essential oils, and coloring things with herbs and spices and clays. Just showing you a few quick examples of what I mean by the alchemy of things. So first off, this is the last one of the above and below soap, the first batch I made. I colored it with indigo. And at the time that I made it, you can watch my older video, it actually looked kind of gray blue. But now, as it's, cured even longer, it has become more of like a purplish blue. And the essential oil on it is lemongrass. But the difference here with this batch that I made yesterday, now the details are not that clear yet because the soap is so fresh, it's still kind of wet. But it's the exact same essential oil, the lemongrass oil. The only difference is instead of indigo, I used alkanet, which also makes purples and blues. But its reaction with the lemongrass was to make like a greenish gray. So it'll be interesting to see when I make the future video for the preview of the soap, when it cures enough and to where it doesn't look wet anymore and you can see the details more, we'll see how the color has changed even more. But look at the huge difference between indigo and alkanet with the very same essential oil. Now up here, another example of a colorant changing just by essential oil. On the left, we have the sensitive soap, which is the pink calamine clay, and it's unscented, so it's just the pure color of the clay. It's kind of this baby pale pink. Now the very same clay, but this is the back of my flower pot soap that I colored with geranium, or scented with geranium essential oil. And look at the very different colors between the pink, and this is definitely peach. It is like a apricot peach. So this time, it was the very same colorant, but just the difference between an essential oil and unscented. And I have used essential oils many times with the calamine clay, like lavender, and what else have I used it with? Some kind of flower oil in the past that I can't remember at the moment, and it didn't change. It stayed pink. So it's just the reaction of the geranium with it. Still a very pretty color, but very different. It's kind of a surprise. Now here is the difference between, again, the same colorant, but a different essential oil. On the left, you have the side section of my Opera Aroma soap. In the blue on the top, for the blue sky, is indigo. But the essential oil on this soap is sage. And this is actually one of the longest cured soaps on my soap rack at the moment that hasn't sold out. And as it sat for now several months, actually since fall time, it's become deeper and darker blue. But it is a very pure blue, because the sage kept it blue. Now on the right is the side of my rosemary soap. Same exact colorant. It was indigo at the top for the sky part, but the rosemary essential oil turned it purple with little flecks in it. Also the difference between the greens, which are different colorants altogether, but somehow they stayed pretty much the same. On the left, on the Opera Aroma soap, it was organic spinach, and on the right, it's ground rosemary. And it's almost the same exact color of green. So the colorants, in that respect, they didn't really change from the essential oils. And honestly, you just never honestly know what you're going to get with them. They do very strange things. The first time I went to make the High Priestess soap, it turned purple on me. and kind of grayish, and so that became the first batch of the Sisterhood of the Rose. And then I remade the High Priestess with Alkanet instead, and it turned very dark purple because of the way that it interacted with the Clary Sage. It's amazing and a miracle, honestly, and humbling to make soaps with these, because you have a design in mind and it's like nature changes it for you. You have a design and the color scheme you want, and it becomes what it's going to become all on its own, which is kind of spiritual and like life itself. You set out for it to be a certain way, and it becomes what it needed to become all on its own. Kind of like the John Lennon quote, life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. So thank you so much for watching. Please check out my shop links if you're interested in buying any naturally colored soaps. They are very good for your skin. All of the essential oils and clays and herbs and flowers are so much better for your skin and the environment. Thank you so much. Take care.